two one-loss teams getting together as they're underway on EA Sports. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They go play action with Hurts sliding out of the pocket. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that one or two guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible. So I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
A quick throw into the hands of Rager. Now those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. Throwing is Hurts. They're trying for Rager, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
But that doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
Here's Hurts to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. The Eagles send out their punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 31 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Milton Williams breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17. Another try after the 1st down sack. Jones. He's got a man complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. A quick throw complete on to Beckham. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Now Saquon Barkley, a man who played collegiately here in the Keystone State. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big play there out of the running game. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung here.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys, good. Yeah. Backside guys, that's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Throwing Jones. They'll roll him out right. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And the Eagles are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Well, he went on the move there and started rolling out. I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
Here's a quick throw left side to start things out. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
On 1st down, Hurts. That swung out wide to Sanders. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
From the 31, Hurts. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll complete this to Ingram, his tight end. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. On second down, here's Barkley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 44 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. We're scoreless after 1. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Now Jones. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Off play action. Jones rolling to his right. And Ingram holds it in. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Evan Ingram, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point try good by Gano, and that makes the score 7-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. The result's not great thus far. A punt on the first drive and an interception last time out.
Now, let's face it, every team wants to come out on the field and play with some confidence, play with some tempo, play with some rhythm. And when you're making those types of mistakes, you're not getting any of that put together.
So what do you say, time to get back to the basics for them?
In a lot of ways, yes, but the biggest one, of course, is finding people who will take care of the football and make a few plays. You got to have a drive now that calms down the entire team.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Airing it out deep for Smith. And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Giants are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
They get this to Beckham on the perimeter. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup there.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
On second down now. Barkley, and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. He rifles one that's intercepted. picked off at the 49. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. When I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Play action. Here's Hurts. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
If your sympathies lie with the defense, you understand how tough it is for linebackers to run with a guy like this. He's going to slip out of the backfield and then work in the middle of the field. And sometimes those defenders get preoccupied with other people moving, and he finds open space and makes a nice play.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Now that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained. And, in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
And a quick throw here. That's complete. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
2nd and goal from the 1. Cook. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. They held him out on 2nd down, and now here's 3rd and goal. Sets up to throw it. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Elliott good with a PAT. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, and shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 78 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
But that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. Pushing through the contact. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Here's Jones. Off the play fake. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Good job starting on that scramble. Had his eyes on that first down marker, CD, but lost the most important thing, the football.
Yeah, wasn't quite there. Focused solely on getting to the first down marker. Forgot to cover up and take care of the ball.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is taken at the 23. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. They go play action here on 1st down. Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call. But they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jones. Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked off around the 41. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Now, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. That's to Cook out of the backfield. The nice footwork gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. From the pistol, they run it with Cook. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. third down. It's Cook, and he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Dalvin Cook in the final seconds of the first half, and the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
On second and a yard, Jones. He finds the speedster Ross. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw there into the hands of Ross.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. Jones now on 1st down. Finds his tight end Ingram. That catch good for only a couple. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
From the 24, Jones. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw again. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. A first down carry for Barkley. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Gano now to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. This is Smith with a grab. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Defensively, they just lost him. He was waving his arms saying, I'm wide open. They found him.
Yeah, and it's so interesting about when a receiver starts to wave his arms because some guys run off the line of scrimmage, they declare themselves open. You know, those guys throw the one arm up, hit me right now. In this case, he was so wide open that he was frantically trying to get his attention to make sure he got the football. And then I'm sure his only thought when the ball was in the air, don't drop it. Had too much time to think.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. This is caught inside the 15. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big play that time through the air. 35 yards.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field. Pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route well run, and the football right on the money.
That gets them 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. They try again with Cook. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
From the 4 now, 3rd and goal. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. Now Jake Elliott, earlier in his career, he beat these Giants with a 61-yarder. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Elliott is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So a response there to the touchdown of the opening drive of this 3rd quarter as they're able to reclaim the lead.
And I think you'll take that because obviously you'd like to be able to match them touchdown for touchdown, but the first order of business was to get the lead back, and they've done that. Now you want to give a good pep talk to your defense to take it from there.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Off the bootleg, Jones. Open man right side is Ingram. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Jones throwing on 1st down. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down. Off the play fake. Jones escaping the pressure right. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants are going to jump back in front. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed. And in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
They go play action with Hurts. They'll roll him out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing is Hurts. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here's Hurts to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A big connection on that one. 32 yards.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of. And, in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of. Trying to engineer a fourth quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Hurts. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs. Able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
The kick by Elliott is good. And that'll bring him back within a point. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Throwing Jones. And his throw is incomplete. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Looking to throw. Jones. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. 111 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Again, it's Barkley. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Oh, eluding the tackle. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. A gain of 19 yards. And the Giants.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. On first down, Barkley. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Back to throw. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle. Kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
They'll look to throw. That's complete. It's Cook. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 16 yards there, 2 straight plays of 16 yards and another first down. Back to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. He's back to throw. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Play action. Here's Hurts. Rolling to his right. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down. Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. First and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. From the gun, it's Hurts. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
On 2nd and goal, Hurts. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Trying to squeeze it in there at this stage of the game. You got to take some chances. Nice job to knock it away, though.
You're so right. Understanding where they are in the game, you've got to take that opportunity and maybe thread the needle. Unable to get it done there.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Hurts sets up to throw it toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. What a play. Maybe a game-saving play on the knockdown there.
That was beautiful, wasn't it? If you're looking at it from the defense's perspective, they looked like they had a shot at it, maybe a completion. Ball gets knocked away. Can they rise up and do it again?
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off down at the 2. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. He's at the 40, the 20, 10. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out.
Baby, oh!